Hi guys, welcome to vesnasstv DIY. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm sharing with you my laundry room makeover, including a little mini furniture makeover piece as well. So please stay tuned and take a look at what I have done. Thank you so much and let's get started. So I picked up this dresser on Facebook Marketplace. It was completely free. It also came with this mirror. Now the mirror I won't be able to use for this project, but I will for a different one. So I will show you when I do that. For the dresser, it is quite damaged, which is okay. I wanted a dresser that I could fix up. So I'm going to be using a gel stain to stain over top of it. I do really like the wood in this dresser, but I just don't know how to restore it properly. So I sanded down, just roughed up the piece a little bit, especially where the water stains were, because it was a little like a different texture underneath. So I just used whatever sandpaper I had on hand. I usually just do that anyway. And I will be using a gel stain. Now I'm not using an expensive brand this time. I'm just using a Home Depot brand, and I'll show you which one I'm using. But just rough it up as much as or as little as you want. You don't really need to. And I use the Minwax gel stain from Home Depot in black. Make sure you use a glove, and I always just use a little rag to apply it. You could use whatever you wanted. You could use a sponge, you could use a brush, you could maybe if you thinned it out a little bit, you could spray it, but that I'm not sure. And when you're applying the stain, just go along with the grain. See how I did a little churn there? Don't do that. Just go along with the grain. If you can do single stripes with it, like single strokes with it, that's best. And then apply it liberally and then remove excess stain and just kind of do that. You're better off to do several coats and just remove than try to cake onto too much because it'll just be sticky and it won't look nice. And just continue to do that until you get the color and grain that you want. You could, if you wanted a different kind of grain, there's tools that you could do to make a bigger wood grain, but I was okay with the way this looked, so that's what I'm doing. And when you're doing it, you want to make sure you do it all at the same time, like at least one surface, because it you won't ever be able to match it up the same way. So just make sure you finish your top first, and then if you want to do your sides, you don't have time to do it, then you do one side and the other side, but make sure you do the entire top and the entire side. So here's what the top looks like. I'll probably do one more light coat just to get some of those imperfections out, but I'm pretty happy with it. This is after two coats. And then the drawers I was contemplating leaving as is, but they were damaged too. I think it would look really cool though if I left them, but they were damaged, so I will stain them as well. Just take them out and stain them that way. Don't try to do them in the actual dresser. Don't. And I've removed the handles as well, which I will be spray painting black using this paint here. It's a high heat Rust-Oleum paint. It dries really fast and it looks really nice done. Make sure you rough up the handles as well a little bit with some sandpaper because it'll make the paint stick better. So here is with all of my final three coats. It looks pretty good. It covered up all of the imperfections. You can barely see any of it. It's pretty smooth, so you can't see the wood grain too much, but it looks great for something that was free and I had the stain on hand. It is an awesome little project. Same with the doors. They turned out really nicely. I've let them all dry and then I'm going to spray everything with this professional Varathane satin spray varnish to help protect everything. I was going to do like a gel varnish type of protector sealer on top, but I decided to use the spray one. It's a little bit easier. It is pretty sticky, so make sure when you're doing it somewhere inside, so, or like not inside, it has to be a well ventilated area, but maybe covered so that you don't get, little dust things going on top of your piece and then getting stuck in there. So once this is all dried and done, I will be bringing it inside, and I'm going to be bringing it into this room. This is my laundry room. I'm going to be using it for dirty laundry. And this is what I have to work with. This is what it looked like my before. So as you can see, it's fairly dark, it's crowded. Even like this little spot to get in is quite hard to get into the actual, not hard, but it's tight to get into the room. So we wanted to redo it to make it work a little bit better. We wanted to reuse some of our kitchen cabinets in here. So that's what we wound up doing. And we started with changing out the floors, and we moved some of the we just swapped the sink and the washing machine. We were lucky that the plumbing was all there and we didn't have to move anything around. So we went with a luxury vinyl plank, as you can see here. That's the floor. And then I went and I got these peel-on stick-on tiles from the Dollar Tree. They look okay. They're kind of like bubbly, if you know what I mean. If you ever tried them, like they're kind of hollow on the inside. So I did like working with the other ones that I used in my pad room. If you watch that video, I like those ones better, but these ones were less expensive, so they'll do for now. I may change them to something else down the road, but for now they'll do. I also then use this beverage container for my detergent. I bought a cookie jar or candy jar from the Dollar Tree, which I'll be using for my scent booster things. And then I have a kimchi jar that I spray painted the lid black, and another just glass jar from Peaches that I spray painted the lid black to put my Norwex stuff in there. We also bought a countertop, as you can see underneath there, for the to put over top of the washer and dryer. Where I was going to reuse the old countertop that was in there and just cover it with some shelf liner, but the problem was that it was too narrow. It wasn't wide enough, so it was going to leave a really big gap. So I didn't want that. So we wound up just buying a slab at Home Depot for, I think it was like 60 bucks. It was quite cheap. So here's what that setup looks like with the tiles and with the countertop on and the shelf in there. So we did add the cabinets here, and we spray painted the handles black. This is what that dresser turned out like. I think it looks quite nice for something that is absolutely free. Then here is what the laundry setup looks like with my detergents and all of those things. A little bit of decor. And then we added those cabinets. These are from my kitchen right there. And then we also added this little piece here just for hooks, some hooks, and just a little bit of an accent piece there for the boys to be able to hang up their backpacks and everything. And just this little shelf for keys and sanitizer. And this I'm really proud of. This was our old pantry, and that was that closet that you saw, which had the little, just the curtain. So we wound up just adding the pantry in here, and it worked out really well. So I'm really happy with this, the way this looks. It's still kind of crowded, but not as much. Just a little bit better put together. Everything hangs nicely there. And then this is the entrance to the laundry room. We also changed out the door. It was a normal door, and we changed it out with the barn door because it didn't make sense to have a normal door that opens out to a staircase. So this way it just slides open. And I had made this barn door for our old house, and I took it here. These are pictures, family pictures, wedding pictures, and whatnot. And it leads into the lovely laundry room. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave me a comment. And also hit that notification bell so you see when I post new videos. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye now.